Hello, everyone. So, today we are going to talk about the art of event management. The art of event management. And you might wonder, why are we here? Why do we need to do this? And there might be so many questions. So, this is just one introductory video which is going to tell you, why this particular keyword events matter. So, first of all, a brief introduction about me. So, I'm the CEO of the Technology Business Incubator at Graphic Era University. And as part of this incubator, like there are three words that I just mentioned: technology, business, and incubator. So we are into the business of tech-based businesses. Tech-based businesses. We are into the business of incubating such businesses. So usually what happens is when a newborn is there, we keep them in an incubator to provide the suitable environment. हम उसको उस environment में रखते हैं so that the baby can grow or the baby can survive. Our job is to basically put newborn startups into an environment where their chances of growth or survival are quite high. And for that particular purpose, we must do events. And these events, the purpose of doing these events is first of all community building, because if you don't interact, if you won't talk, how will you grow? You need to build your network. You need to have a community around you that supports you. Akele, it is very difficult to do things so alone. Doing things alone all by yourself, it's a very very difficult task. But if you're in a team, that can actually help you to work around the clock. So you can work like day and night, you can go to sleep and your team can still keep on working. So in a way, 24 hours a day, you can make sure that you're working or you're progressing towards a goal. Second reason for doing events, other than community building, is to build a startup culture. Where would you find, your co-founder? In and around you. That person is around you, right? We many times feel like कि काश कोई ऐसा इंसान मिल जाता, काश कोई वैसा मिल जाता, काश वाश कुछ नहीं होता है. Those are just hypothetical things. You have to go out and search. And what better place to search, other than your own university, because you paid so much just to get access to a community of like-minded individuals. Community of like-minded individuals. So you might notice that everyone around you has a similar percentage. They are coming from a similar background, and everyone has sort of similar goals or visions. Everyone wants to do good at the end of the day. They want to be successful, right? No one will come and no one will say that I don't want to be successful, I want to be a failure. No one will say that. Everyone has that goal. And if you're offering a ticket, on a boat ride to success, they're definitely going to say yes. Like, I am sure you're going to say yes, and the other people are also going to say yes if the success is guaranteed. So you have similar goals. You're coming from similar backgrounds, coming from similar kind of career background also, and the end goal in 5 years or 10 years is also similar, more or less, right? So when we talk about our incubator and the events that we do, the end goal is to build a network of people who are moving towards a goal. And for that, we do different kinds of activities. And events, I like to call them as the face of the incubator. Face of the incubator, because it actually shows what exactly are you doing. What, why, and how. It puts you out, exposes you to the world. So it's very important. Other thing is, why are we here, right? Why do you need to do this training? So what happens is, all of these events are student led. Are student led, right? As the person who is leading this particular workplace, I will be instrumental in providing you with lots of operational things. If you don't have access to resources or things that you cannot do, but other than that, most of the things are student led, because we want you to become the leaders of future. And how will you do that? By going through such kind of things, right? And many times, students will come, and then they'll stay, let's say for a week or for a month or for a year. and then they go. And in this particular entire pipeline, there is a lot of knowledge loss, because if someone is not teaching you or not mentoring you, then how will you do better, right? You will also forget a lot of things. So the main purpose over here of making these videos, this selection of videos, is to give you that particular knowledge, so that you're not dependent on a lot of people and a lot of your seniors. You can simply say, okay, I have this list which can actually prepare me well. And I am speaking from a background of, let's say, I've been doing close to an average of 80 events per year from last 6 years. So I have close to 480 events under my belt, which I have done. And I am summing up all of this experience into this list of videos, so that you don't miss anything and you have a better preparation ground for future. Now, when we talk about events, they are highly dynamic in nature. Highly dynamic in nature. They have a lot of moving parts, you can say. A lot of moving parts. It is not a stationary, thing. It is a machine in action. It is a machine in action. So you have to learn a lot, you have to adapt a lot, and most importantly, you have to communicate a lot. Now this is the most interesting part. The more you're able to communicate, the better you're able to communicate. You would be set for life. For the rest of your life, you would know what is it that you want, how do I ask, how do I make it happen. If you know how to observe, if you know how to act, if you know how to communicate, if you know how to execute, you would be doing well in every area of your life, because आपको पता होगा आपको कब कैसे क्या चीज़ चाहिए और वो कैसे मिलेगी. So art of communication is very important, which all of us are lacking. So हम एब्जॉर्ब तो बहुत कुछ कर ले रहे हैं, हमें दिमाग में बहुत कुछ लगता है दैट आई नो एवरीथिंग, बट व्हेन इट कम्स टू कम्युनिकेटिंग, व्हेन इट कम्स to you getting on a stage and clearly putting up your statement across in 2 lines, then you're lost. And specifically with the advent and integration of chat gpt, this entire communication thing is going even more down, even worse, because now you're dependent. You go to chat gpt, you get an answer, and you do your work. You don't even know how to write 2 lines or 4 lines or a letter or an email, let alone communicate on the go, on the fly communicate karna, right? So that is the thing that we are going to learn through all this. And when you're doing events, when you're managing events, you get to learn a very basic skill, because for the rest of your life you will be managing events. See, there are multiple areas in a person's life. So your health would be one area, right? Your family would be one area, your relationships would be one area, your education would be one area, your career would be one area, then you can say your kids, and so many things, your parents, later on these stages. But if we talk about these upper things, every major activity, if you are not well, you have to go to a doctor and you have to manage things. Those are also events that you have to manage and carefully orchestrate. If you are working around your family, or there are family functions at your place, or birthday parties, you have to always manage an event. If there are relationships, you have to plan a birthday for your better half or some small event. You are again dealing with events. If you're talking about education, there are exams you need to prepare, you need to appear, you need to give, again sort of an event in my perspective. For career also, it is a series of events. So when you learn the art of event management, you are basically telling yourself that now I am becoming better in all of these areas, right? In all of these areas, I am now a better person. Earlier, I don't know, but now I'm doing well in all these areas because I know the art of event management. So overall, what has happened? Close to 30% increase in performance. And that is why we join like these student chapters and student clubs and all these different segments that are there in a university, just to make yourself better. Now moving forward with the learning outcome. So I will be making, like, let's say a set of 10, 15, 20 videos, as much as is required. And you're going to learn what are the different roles in a team, right? How to manage an event end to end. That means planning or ideation to execution. I'm going to make you a master in all this so that you can never, you would not be able to say after going through these videos that no one taught me. You'll always have that voice, at the back of your head that, Sarishma ma'am taught me and now I know. And that is the purpose, and that is why I'm filled with so much of energy also while making these, because I want to impart knowledge. And personally, what has happened, the students that I have mentored over the past, they have done brilliantly well. They have done brilliantly well. But it requires one-on-one mentoring, right? And now what has happened, like my work dynamics have actually changed. Now I don't have the liberty to sit one on one with every person. Now I sit with teams, right? I cannot dedicatedly sit one on one with every single person. And that really breaks my heart, because many times problems happen, and the problem is, you have not taught them well. That is why it happened. So this is my particular, initiative of teaching you well before I can actually scold you or work around you, so that you and both are, on the same page. It should not happen that one is talking in English and one is talking in Chinese and they are having a dialogue, the outcome is zero, right? This is the initiative where we both will start talking in English. We would at least know what is the mindset that is required, what are the set of activities that we should be doing, what is the flow of things, right? We would be learning about accountability, we would be learning about responsibility, we would be learning about leadership. These are the things that you inculcate by incorporating them in your day to day lifestyle. And it is not a one day journey, trust me. It is not a one day journey. It is a journey that gets into your blood by repetition. So you start doing it over and over again. You start with yourself, you do it over and over and over again, and then you start imparting it to other people, and then they start doing it over and over again, and then you impart it to other people. So you learn by example. You learn by example, but you also lead by example, right? After learning, you actually lead, because someone is teaching you now. Then it becomes your moral responsibility to teach other people in due course of time. And this is the crux of network building. This is the crux of network building. You can't have it all. You have to put something in. So if there is a bucket, you have to put something in, then only you can take something out. You can't expect, okay, I will not put anything inside. I will not put anything inside and then I will take everything out of it. It will never happen. You have to contribute a lot and then you would be able to take things out. This is your opportunity. This is your opportunity to build a palace of leaders, right? A palace of leaders. So if you have a team of 20 people, all of them are striving towards a common goal, right? Again, success. They want to do better. That mindset is same. And if you make these 20 people, your good friends, then after 20 years, they would always remember that, this person is hardworking, this person is sincere, or maybe this person is smart, and this person is very cunning. It all comes down to you. What kind of skill sets do you have? And these skill sets are going to compound in future. These skill sets are going to compound in future. Always remember that. And the world is a small place, this way or that way. Right now you're like 20 years old. Trust me, when you would be 40 years old, you will find a lot of your friends. You will be like, oh, I studied with this fellow in my university. Oh, this person was in my team during that particular time. And you will always remember a character sketch of the kind of person, that person was at that point in time. So you should always work on building yours and earn a lot of respect in your circle, because it is going to compound. There is this quote that is very beautiful, and I will wrap up this video with this quote. It says, compound interest, compound interest is the eighth wonder of this world, is the eighth wonder of this world, right? So today, after this video, think about this. It's a beautiful quote, right? It should stay with you. Moving on to few things. What should be the culture? What should be the culture? Right? The culture should be mutual respect. Mutual respect. It starts with you. Always remember that. It starts with you. If anything is wrong, you should ask yourself why. Then communication, which is equivalent to clarity. If you have not communicated well, then it is your problem. If it is not, if the other person is not getting clarity, it becomes your problem. Then comes documentation. If you're not documenting things, you will forget. Human memory is very transient. So you make sure that you document everything so you are not forgetting things. Then teamwork is genuinely dream work, right? You need to learn this art of doing work together in teams. And last is again ownership, which is the most important things. If you pick something, if you pick something, you make sure you deliver on it, because it is going to build muscle memory in your head. If you start giving excuses, then that thing will be built in your head. तो आप हमेशा excuses ही देते जाओगे. बट अगर आपको थोड़ा सा भी कष्ट आया और आपने तब भी वो चीज़ करी, then it is going to enforce a different kind of behavior. Now you decide what kind of behavior you want to incorporate. Other thing is, always try to be a problem solver, because people need problem solvers. No one wants problem pointers. If you say that, I told you so, no one wants to hear that, right? But people do want to hear how you solved a problem, because then they would want you on your team. They would say, "Nahi yaar, I want this fellow because he looks at five problems and he solves four of them right on the instant," as compared to the other person who is like, मैंने तो बोला था और तुमने मेरी बात ही नहीं सुनी. वो इंसान किसी को नहीं चाहिए. So never be a complain freak, because the more you complain, the less are your chances of doing some things, because your mindset is getting evolved in that particular direction. आपका खुद का mindset इतना strong है negativity की तरफ that you are constantly reiterating the negative stuff. Point करो mistake. I'm not saying don't point, but make it a thing that I will try to point and solve. I'll go with a solution, right? Because if you just keep on pointing, then it becomes कि आपको सिर्फ वही चीज़ दिखती है, and your mind is hardwired to look at problems and not solutions. So slowly you will find that everyone starts getting away from you, except your family, because family कहाँ ही जाएगा बेचारे, वो कहीं नहीं जा पाएंगे. उनको छोड़ के बाकी तुम्हारा social circle भी screw हो जाएगा, तुम्हारा work circle भी screw up हो जाएगा, as compared to one other person who is providing a solution. उसके पास तुम्हें एकदम से ना like minded लोग, circle, success, सब कुछ दिखने लगेगा. So please become a problem solver. Try to make this thing in your head. Try to observe yourself. Whenever I'll be pointing a problem, how is it working? Last but not the least, uh, an event. An event is a machine in action. Is a machine in action. Right? There are a lot of screws. There are a lot of parts or components. Everything should work seamlessly in order to produce a great output. If there is one thing that is not working, it is going to affect the entire machine. Always remember that. And that is why it does not matter if there is a team of 30 people, you say that there were 30 people. I did my work, to the best possible level. I did mine. But if there is this box and this box and this box that were not up to the mark, overall you will see that the result comes out to be a failure, right? So that is where leadership comes into picture. Leadership comes into picture, that you have to do what you are assigned, your small role, but you have to also look at the entire thing, the leadership, right? Because if you check, अगर कोई चीज़ आप 2 बार चेक कर लोगे ना, तो उसमें नुकसान नहीं होगा कोई भी. 10 बार चेक कर लो, डू यू थिंक कोई नुकसान है? नहीं. बट अगर कोई भी चेक नहीं कर रहा है, उसमें बहुत सारा नुकसान है. So always make sure that you have a small scale view of the work that you are doing. Every minute detail of the work that is assigned to you. but you also have a large scale view of things. That is where leaders are born. And such kind of perspective, it is not built in a day. You need lots and lots of practice. And that is why we are here, to do lots and lots of practice, because बाहर जाके तो कोई हमें खेलने नहीं देगा इन सब चीज़ों के साथ, right? So you might as well use it to the best possible, level. So with that, I would like to conclude, and I would like to reiterate this line because it is one of my favorite lines. Whenever I feel lost and I'm sad, and I'm like, people did not understand what I was saying, or it did not go in the right direction, this or that, then I come back to this particular thing, that inherently, what was my intention, what was my heart, and what was my energy. If it is in the right place, it is going to compound, and it always compounds. So always, always come back to yourself. Anything and everything is your responsibility that is happening in your environment. Have that attitude, because it is going to serve you well. So with that, I conclude this first introductory video. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. If you liked it, please put a comment so that I know that you reached the end of this video and it was helpful. I want to know that so that I also keep on going. Thank you. Bye.